Welcome back to the channel, where we celebrate great voices and legendary talents. Today, we're talking about two powerhouse tenors in the world of gospel music, David Phelps and Ernie Haase. Now, before anyone thinks this is a versus or a competition, let me be clear. This is not a comparison to decide who's better, because they're both incredible, but in very different ways. Instead, we're going to explore their unique vocal techniques, styles, and the artistry that makes each of them a standout tenor in their own right. David Phelps, the operatic powerhouse. Let's start with David Phelps. He's often referred to as the operatic tenor of gospel. And for good reason. David brings classical training into Southern gospel, fusing operatic technique with modern gospel expression. Vocal technique highlights. Head voice mastery. David can effortlessly transition into his head voice with operatic clarity and resonance. Belting in mixed voice. He mixes chest and head voice in a way that allows him to belt high notes without strain. Extreme dynamics. From a whisper to a wall-shaking crescendo, he uses dramatic volume contrast. Vocal agility. He navigates melismas and ornamentations with precision. His style is theatrical, emotional, and deeply expressive, like he's singing on a Broadway or classical stage, but with gospel fire. David Phelps is a vocal technician, a tenor who paints with sound, using all the colors of his voice with grace and drama. Ernie Haase, the Southern gospel high tenor icon. Now let's talk about Ernie Haase. Ernie is a legend in his own lane. His sound is rooted in Southern gospel quartet tradition, yet uniquely bright, energetic, and instantly recognizable. Vocal technique highlights. Forward placement. Ernie sings with a pingy placement, that nasal, bright tone that cuts through harmonies. Falsetto finesse. He uses falsetto in a stylistic, emotional way, adding flair and sweetness to gospel classics. High tenor lead. In a quartet setting, his role is to soar above the group, and he does it with incredible ease. Stage charisma. Ernie brings showmanship, lots of movement, smiles, and connection with the crowd. His voice brings that vintage quartet energy, rooted in history but modernized with his own personal touch. Ernie Haase is a stylistic tenor, a master of Southern gospel tradition who brings joy and inspiration with his soaring highs and vibrant tone. Final thoughts. Not a competition, it's a celebration. Here's the truth. People often love to compare, but in this case, it's like comparing a grand piano to a trumpet. Both are powerful, but in very different ways. David Phelps gives us classically inspired, cinematic gospel drama. Ernie Haase gives us tradition-rooted, bright, joyful quartet energy. Both have blessed millions. Both are tenors. Both are amazing, just with different goals, sounds, and techniques. Let's not ask who's better. Let's ask, can we just thank God for giving us both? Drop in the comments. What's your favorite David Phelps or Ernie Haase moment? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with another gospel music fan who needs to hear this today.